Okay, for all the safety maniacs out there, it's clear. Okay? Alright. Okay, so anyway, folks, today is Thursday. It's 23rd of July, 2015. Gonna do a quick update. Gonna try and jet through this real quick. Alright. Now, you saw the first video or whatever where the rifle blew up in my face. Okay? Quick update. Picked up the pieces, sent it back to DS Arms. I'm really going to jet through this story. They eventually sent me a brand new rifle. Thank you, DS Arms. Greatly appreciated. Okay, so I get the brand new rifle, which is what you're looking at. Brand new at that time. Completely different serial number, la-di-da-di-da. Alright? Get out the box. Now, what are the possibilities, I ask you? Maybe winning the lottery. That type of possibilities of getting two rifles that malfunction. One after the other. Both of them are brand new. Right off the factory floor. Never been fired before. What are the chances? So I get out the box. Do your usual routine of looking at it, your usual, functions checks. So I snap in a magazine. That's it. It's stuck. Can't get it out. Will not come out. So this time I send it to an FAL gunsmith, who's renowned for being an FAL gunsmith. Okay? He gets the magazine out, the rifle, sends the rifle back to me. I go to test fire the rifle. And then it kind of dawned on me. I had only been using that one magazine. Now, why would you only use one mag? So I get magazine number 2. Won't go in. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I'm really cutting through this story, folks. And that's it. So now I have to send the rifle back to the gunsmith and the magazines so that the gunsmith can, verify that they can fit in the rifle. So that's trip number 2 to the FAL gunsmith. I get it back. Okay. So now I go to continue test firing. My goal is to fire 1,000 rounds through the rifle without a single malfunction. So I start to fire and starting to get some problems, failure to feed, etc. And then the rifle will suddenly go bananas. It can happen with 1 round, or it may not happen for 70 rounds, or it may not happen for 350 rounds. Not kidding. No rhyme, no reason, nobody knows why. So, as I am shooting it, this one time, I think I get up to like the 300 round mark, 350, whatever it is, without a malfunction, and my morale starts to go up, bearing in mind that the first rifle almost blew my head off, okay? But according to trolls, it's got to be my fault. It can never be the rifle or anything else. But anyway, moving on, this being the replacement rifle, brand new, all of a sudden, it starts to failing to feed and all this other stuff. And then I spotted something that I thought, my goodness. Now remember, the first rifle blew up in my face. So then I spotted this. I don't know if you can see that. And what it is it's ripping holes in cartridges. And of course I immediately ceased fire, cleared the rifle, and on the inside of the chamber and the outside of the rifle, it was completely covered in raw gunpowder. because the cartridges had been throwing gunpowder out. Isn't that funny? Being sarcastic, of course. And I thought to myself, if a live round had fed in and I had squeezed that trigger with all that raw gunpowder all over the place, what do you think might have happened? I mean, it couldn't happen again, could it? So, what I did then was I contacted the factory through email. Got absolutely no responses. I called them, got no response back. Finally got a hold of one of their representatives who is not a gunsmith, who recommended that I contact one specific gunsmith at the factory, because he thought he had said basically, oh shit, oh my god, you know, you got to send that rifle in right away, we'll fix it, da 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 da. I'm not the gunsmith, but here is this gunsmith's phone number. We think we've seen that problem maybe once in all the thousands of rifles they've made and all the repairs they've done, blah 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 blah. But in years and decades or whatever, they've never seen such a thing. Okay, so of course it would be me that gets it. I called the number, the gunsmith. Of course I get an answering machine, leave the phone message to please call me back. Then I email him to contact me through email, sent photographs, blah 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 blah. No response. Okay, got no choice. Got to send it back to the FAL gunsmith. Excuse me. Send it to him. Sent the pictures of what I just showed you, and he basically emailed back and said in 20 odd years he's been working on FALs, never seen such a thing. So anyway, I'm getting carried away here. So I send it to him. He does all the work on it that he can. And one thing I had done was I sent the magazine with the rifle, where all these problems were occurring, just in case it was the magazine, because you know how some people are. It can never be the rifle, it's got to be something else. Okay, so I sent the magazine in, and I told the gunsmith, before sending the rifle back, please go ahead and test fire 20 rounds through the rifle to see what happens. Well, to paraphrase the gunsmith, his first email was when he was evaluating the rifle, when he'd worked on the rifle. Basically, he couldn't find anything wrong with the rifle. That was email number 1. The last email I got before the rifle was sent back was, drumroll please, went out to the range, test fired it. The first round that he fired, the casing was stuck so badly inside of the chamber that it took a cleaning rod to knock it out, and I believe he said the extractor ripped the rim off the shell casing. But hey, it must be me, it must be this, it must be that, but da-da-dee-da-da. Anyway, what else? Just as a side note, if you can see this, had him put on an FAL selector switch here, which I really like. This is a very, very, very brief video. Bearing in mind now that this is 4 years, 4 continuous years this has been going on. Okay? From the day or year that I got the rifle to blowing up, back and forth to factory, back and forth to gunsmiths, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, real quick before I forget, with the first gunsmith, where he said I'd never seen that in 20 years, to mention it to another FAL gunsmith that's in my area. And the words out his mouth was, identical. In 20 years of him being a FAL gunsmith, he's never heard nor seen anything like this before. So anyway, folks, that's what else I meant to tell you. While I was waiting, went ahead, just in case it was magazines, went ahead and they've been sitting since this date here. Got me some new magazines. Seen great reviews on these. These are like the new in thing for FALs. They're called Moses magazines. Okay. So I got a whole stack of those. That's what's in this bag. And what's in the box over there is these brand new mags. And gosh darn it, I'm getting a brain block right now. But these were also highly recommended. These are the metal ones. Brand new, never used, but in a later video I'll probably dig out the correct name for them. But they're highly rated. And that's what I'll be using to test fire. One other thing too, the gunsmith said that his conclusion was, just before he sent the rifle back, especially after the shell casing, the first round, right out the bat, got stuck, ripping shell casings, all this stuff, was his conclusion was, I cannot guarantee this rifle is fixed. Okay? Anyway, folks, that's about it. Just a real quick one. I have not fired this rifle yet. As you see, I've got all those brand new magazines. And to be perfectly honest, now, once again, I'm back to being scared of pulling the trigger on this rifle, because one never knows what's going to happen, and sometimes it can be a catastrophic result. So anyway, there'll be other videos to follow. When that will be, I do not know, but stay tuned, and thanks for watching.